Patches, a speckled, floppy-eared mutt, wasn't just any dog. He had a special gift. He could understand the tiny, worried squeaks and rustles of the forest creatures around his home near the Whispering Pines. He lived with a friendly, elderly artist named Hazel, whose cabin nestled at the edge of the woods. One crisp autumn morning, as Hazel painted colorful leaves on her canvas, Patches' ears twitched. A chorus of tiny, distressed squeaks drifted from the pine trees. He wagged his tail and dashed into the woods, following the sound. He found a group of squirrels huddled together, their bushy tails drooping. Their winter pine cone stash, a mountain of beautifully brown cones, was gone. "That sneaky Mr. Owl!" chattered Squeaky, the smallest squirrel, his nose twitching. He swooped down and took them all. Mr. Owl was known for his love of pine cones and his even greater love of keeping things to himself. He lived in a tall, hollow tree, and everyone was afraid to approach him. Patches, with his big, kind eyes, felt for the squirrels. "Don't worry," he woofed, which, in squirrel language, sounded like a comforting, rumbling sound. "I'll get your pine cones back." He followed the trail of scattered pine cone needles, a thin brown line leading straight to Mr. Owl's hollow tree. The entrance was a dark, shadowy opening. Patches didn't bark, didn't growl. He simply sat down and waited. After a while, Mr. Owl emerged, a large, solemn bird with piercing yellow eyes. He was carrying a large sack overflowing with pine cones. "What do you want, dog?" he hooted, his voice like the wind through the trees. Patches, using his best puppy dog eyes and a gentle wag of his tail, pointed towards the clearing where the squirrels were waiting. He then pointed to the owl and the pine cones. The owl looked confused. "These are my pine cones," he hooted, though his voice was a little softer. "I collected them." Patches tilted his head and let out a soft whine, which, in owl language, meant, "But they belong to the little ones." He then nudged the owl's sack and looked towards the clearing. The owl looked at the sack, then at Patches, then back at the sack. He had never seen such a gentle, understanding dog. A slow blink came over his eyes. "Well," he murmured, I suppose they do need them for winter." He followed Patches back to the clearing, where the squirrels were huddled together, looking miserable. He carefully placed the sack in front of them. Squeaky, the smallest squirrel, chattered with joy. "Thank you, Mr. Owl. Thank you, Patches." The other squirrels chattered their thanks, their tiny voices like a chorus of little bells. Mr. Owl, surprised by their gratitude, felt a strange warmth spread through him. He even managed a small, almost wise nod. Patches wagged his tail, happy to have helped. He knew that even the most solitary creatures could be kind, and that even the smallest creatures deserved help. From that day on, Patches became known as the hero dog.